Good morning to you and welcome to the Morning Outlook. I'm Rachel Jones reporting live from Kalkine TV Sydney studios. Today we'll give you an insight into how the markets closed before the weekend and take a look at some important Australian business news such as Bega Cheese and Fortescue Metals. Firstly, let's take a look at how the market closed before the weekend. The Australian share market closed flat, pulling up from the open. Over the week, it gained 0.4% or 27 points. Across the sectors, performances were mixed. Technology and consumer discretionary dragged, while utilities, industrials and healthcare rose higher. On Friday, we saw the Commonwealth Bank close 0.2% higher, with NAB 0.3% higher. Meanwhile, Westpac closed 0.2% lower and the ANZ closed 0.5% lower. Over on Wall Street, the US stock futures were steady in overnight trading on Sunday. The Dow futures rose just 4 points. S&P 500 futures barely changed and the Nasdaq 100 futures traded flat. The S&P 500 is up 2.6% for August. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and the Nasdaq Composite rose 1.5% and 3.1% this month, respectively. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq closed at all-time highs on Friday as investors breathed a sigh of relief. That was after Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell signalled bond tapering could start this year, but the central bank is in no rush to hike interest rates. He was addressing an annual economic conference that's usually held in Jackson Hole in Wyoming, but a spike in coronavirus cases forced organisers to move the meeting online. He said the US continues to recover from the pandemic recession, but however cautioned that the recovery remains uneven and unpredictable. He said the Fed will continue to monitor incoming data and adjust its policies as needed. Meanwhile, still in the US, Hurricane Ida has made landfall in Louisiana yesterday as a Category 4 storm. That's one of the strongest storms to hit the region since Hurricane Katrina, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Ida made landfall on the anniversary of Katrina. That was the dangerous Category 3 storm that devastated Louisiana and Mississippi 16 years ago, killing over 1,800 people and causing $125 billion in damage. The US has also just confirmed they carried out a drone strike on a car believed to be carrying Islamic State suicide bombers heading to the airport in Kabul in Afghanistan in a car packed with explosives as atrocities in Afghanistan continue. Back home, coronavirus cases have risen across New South Wales, Canberra and also Victoria. In business news, Bega Cheese reported on Friday evening that their revenue hit $2.07 billion in the 2020 to 2021 financial year. That was up 39% on the previous year. The $528 million acquisition of Lion Dairy and Drinks was mostly funded by a $393 million net capital raise and saw Bega Cheese more than double in size in terms of both annualised revenue to approximately $3 billion and employees expanded to over 4,000. The company also expanded its cold chain distribution network to now be one of the largest in the country and significantly increased its proportion of sales from branded products from 59% to an excess of 80%. In other news, Fortescue Metals Group reported this morning with full-year performance delivering a net profit after tax of $10.3 billion and a 103% increase in total dividends to $3.58 per share. The company's revenue rose 74% to $22.3 billion. They saw the highest ever annual shipments of 182.2 million tonnes. That exceeded their guidance, with earnings and operating cash flow surpassing any year in Fortescue's history. The company also announced that Fortescue Future Industries was established during financial year 2021. This is to advance a global green hydrogen and renewable energy portfolio. Moving on, online retailer of furniture and homewares Temple & Webster reported a record year of revenue and profit in the 2021 financial year. the back of ongoing adoption of online shopping. The company's full-year revenue was up 85% to $326.3 million, while EBITDA jumped 141% to $20.5 million. Net profit after tax came in at $14 million, which on a normalised basis was up 165%. Active customers also climbed 62% to 778,000. Moving on, and global software company Nuix announced its results for the full year ending 30th of June 2021 on both a statutory and pro forma basis. Revenue was $176.1 million. That was up 0.1% on financial year 2020 and up 7.4% on a constant currency basis. The company saw NPAT of $25 million. That's up 33.2% on financial year 2020 and up 74.3% on a constant currency basis. The National Australian Bureau of Statistics reported that Australian retail turnover fell 2.7% in July 2021, seasonally adjusted, according to the latest retail trade figures. This is the largest monthly fall this year and follows a fall of 1.8% in June 2021 after a rise of 0.4% in May 2021. Now let's look at some other figures. Gold is up 1.46%. Silver is up 2.07%. West Texas Intermediate is down 0.25% to $68.57. Brent crude is also down 2.29% to $72.70. Coal is down 0.03%. And Bitcoin is up 0.44% to $48,947.92. The Australian dollar stands at 73.07 cents against the US dollar. That's all for our Morning Outlook report today here on Kalkine TV. Have a great day trading. Stay tuned for more market updates and economic news live throughout the day. I'm Rachel, signing off for Kalkine.